Paddy, I shouldn't really enjoy these fights, but these are the fights that I enjoy the most. When it's VIP versus VIP, I shouldn't, because you know it's
someone's got to lose.
Yeah, and I know you all well. I know Owen Kirk, who you're going to be fighting a week on Saturday at the M&S Bank Arena, the Echo. And I shouldn't really enjoy them because you know I never really cheer. I can't cheer when it's VIP versus VIP, but I get excited because I know what VIP versus VIP does. It brings out something special in both of you because it's bragging rights, isn't it?
Of course.
And also, not only is this going to be your first 8-rounder, it's going to be Owen's first.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me. It's going to be Owen's first 8-rounder. But realistically, for you, this is the first guy you're meeting that wants to really win as much as you.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little acid test, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's the first one I've fought with. Well, I know he's the first one I've fought with a winning record, hasn't he? So he's got more wins and he's got a couple of draws and one loss. So he's, I don't know what you call his prospects yet. Probably we're getting up to that thing where you say.
Well, you are a prospect. You are a prospect.
I don't know. I wouldn't
You've done
say
everything
so, yeah.
right as a professional. You now know you've done everything right. Owen's had a couple of banana peels, but they have been. You know, again, his last fight out was a draw with a kid called Owen, Reese Woods.
Yeah.
And we didn't know he was going to win, and no one did win. It was a draw, and it was a really good fight. But it was VIP versus VIP again. Again, bragging rights.
Reese just went out another good winner.
well, that's what I say. Then Reese went on and beat a kid where he was a massive underdog.
Yeah.
When he beat Jake Goodwin. So it's a funny old sport boxing. You know, I was saying to you before, the pressure's on you really more than it is on Owen, because you're the guy that everyone's expecting to win. He's coming to your back garden. I'm smiling behind the camera here because I know it's going to be a good fight, mate. But you're happy about this? Are you happy about the fact that it's your first 8-rounder? You're going to get opportunity because it was only 3 weeks ago. Was it 4 weeks? 4 weeks by the time you fought.
Yeah, the 23rd of September and this is the 21st of October.
Yeah, so 4 weeks since you last fought, and that's because you've been a very busy kid since you turned kicked over. Yeah, 2 years. It's going to be your 10th fight. But you, I think there must have been, was it about 6 months from last
from
fight
March to September.
Yeah, and you just wanted to make sure there was no ring rust. And you put fine performance in against, was it
Valencia.
Yeah. Silly tough man. Yeah, they're crazy, some of these foreigners. They come over.
Nice fella as well, you know.
Did you speak to him afterwards?
Well, he was just sleeping away before the fight, and I mean, not a care in the world, no, that's what you get lads pacing up and down. He was just fast asleep. Cool as a cucumber he was. Before I was all give him a walk up, he said, no sleeping lad, get up. And he was a good lad, Mexican weren't he, so tough as anything them.
Yeah, no, it's weird because often I go into the away changing rooms just to speak to some of the lads. I know quite a few of them fairly well, and it's a totally different atmosphere because there's no pressure on them.
Of course,
there's no pressure on them. They're all laughing, joking. You know, you go into the home fighters changing rooms, it's a lot more serious. You know, because the pressure's on you lot. And again, as we were saying before, the pressure's on you tonight because. Owen's coming off 2 draws, both very good draws, as in exciting. But one of them was with a kid that you just beat. Yeah. Because you actually beat Jake Bray. I think you were the first guy to beat him after he just got his win.
You got a couple of wins, didn't you?
Yeah, he got back-to-back wins. And one of them being against Owen Kirk. Yeah. Now, I know it's in the record, but I think it was a little unfair on Owen. I thought he'd won the first 3 rounds, lost the 4th round, damaged his hand in the 1st round in the fight, and so obviously it looks bad for him because his first loss was to a journeyman, but I think it was unfair. Yeah. But then he did fight him again in the rematch on his home soil up in Doncaster. It was his first 6-rounder, and it was fun to watch, but he fought the wrong fight. He didn't use any of his boxing skills. He went to war with a guy who loves fighting. He just loves fighting. He's a hard man. So he's got a lot to prove. I don't think he can afford another loss to be continuing his career as a prospect. He can't afford another loss. So it makes him a dangerous man, does it?
Yeah, not half. Me and Owen get on. Made the best man win. I like Owen. We've got each other on social media, as all the VIP lads do. You know what I mean? We all follow each other. For fucking Jake Bray, together. Not long in between was this day, maybe a month or so.
I think you were after his win over.
Sure, did he get one before Owen Kirk as well? I think he had a win then beat Owen Kirk, then fought me, or
it was very
similar. So yeah, it makes for a good fight, Steve, because I don't think I'll have to go and find Owen like I do with some of the journeymen.
No.
Because he's coming to win.
Yeah.
To get him in, he wants to win as much as me, so he'll be training and standing, and it'll be a lot more of a better spectacle than what you'll have with some of the journeymen. You hit them with a stiff jab and they just fuck it off for the night, don't they? Whether it be 4 or 6, they just go right. And the masters are of circling and grabbing and slowing it down.
But you had a little bit of an experience. I've just said before that, you've only beat the men that you were supposed to beat. There was bragging rights in there. We mentioned Seamus Devlin.
Yeah.
I think someone had died in his family.
I think it was the anniversary of his dad's death.
Yeah, and so he was going out there to try and make a statement. And again, you had a local derby at the M&S Bank with Jay McCarthy. So I think you've had that little bit of an experience where they were coming with a little bit of ambition.
Yeah.
But I think, as we've said before, your boxing, which is not something that you were renowned for before you turned pro, but you're developing. I think it's something to do with Tonks' gym here. All the fighters that come from this gym all have beautiful jabs, and you've got a really good jab on you, mate.
Yeah. Well, you would never have said that when I turned over amateur. When I first come to Tonksy, he said I probably wouldn't even let you fight for a year. And then there was just constant, it was like CCTV constantly in the ring, videoing me and stopping, and made me feel like, because I went in, I turned pro after winning all my amateur fights, stopping loads of people, thinking, smelling myself, thinking, yeah, I've got a fucking right chance. And then when he'd strip it back and go and look at your feet, look at your shape, look at this, made me feel like fucking hell, I'm miles behind, but I needed it. Because you got to be well rounded if you're going to kick on in boxing and do anything. You can't just be a swinger, otherwise you'll get dealt with pretty fast in the pro. So it's been a process of non-stop working and constantly little bits of development as we went along. And I wouldn't say I'm happy enough where I'm at now, because I still know there's loads left in me. Still know sometimes some spars it really clicks and he's saying, that's it, Pad, that is, they didn't rush not in your shape, everything. And then sometimes you still see little bits of me, my feet spreading and fucking mixing it a little bit too much. But it's all coming together great, and it's all thanks to Dave, do you know what I mean? As you say, every fight we've had here, it all comes off that jab, do you get what I mean? And then
I think it's a tool that's neglected by a lot of fighters, but not in this place.
Yeah.
And like I say, I don't know where Owen's been preparing well for this. He's been one of Tommy Fury's main sparring partners for his fight this weekend with KSI. So he's not been taking it lightly. Tommy's a big man, isn't he? He's 180, 185. One actually much bigger. So I think he's been, obviously I think he's had his chin tested. And he's had his chin tested in like we were just talking about in those 2 previous fights with Jay Bray and with Owen Kirk.
He wore them well,
Yeah. So I think it makes for a good night.
Especially an 8-rounder as well.
Is that something, because obviously fitness was always a major part of your game because of your footballing background.
Of course,
is that something that you've really looked forward to? I mean, you breezed that last 4-rounder that you did. It was like it was nothing for you.
That was just like I was getting going on the 4-rounder, but obviously the tempo of the fight changes, Lee, as you go through the fours, you rush your work, because it's a bit of a sprint, isn't it, to get them in. I've only got 4 rounds. 6 is probably similar pace, but I do think at 8 the pace will change in the 8s, the 10s and the 12s, so it suits me more. I don't have to rush as much, And it's not like finding a gap, creating a gap that I can, you know, try and nail someone with, because I've got enough time to fucking create it and find it, do you know what I mean?
And preparation, been sparring who?
Been sparring, I haven't been out the gym like, so in these 2 years I've just constantly sparred right the way through. Sparred Andy Coolican last week, sparring Jack McGann tomorrow. Who else? Masha come in, I sparred Ryan and then Masha come in and done
Masha was still, he's
Masha. You know what? He's still strong as an ox. I don't know what weight he is, but I know it just Tonksy brought him in because he's an R-Lars pro. Obviously he won the British title on that match, didn't he? But
well, he won the Commonwealth.
Sorry.
Yeah. For the British. You should have won it.
Yeah,
he shot up top against
Scotty Cardell. Yeah, I was at that fight. But he's just got loads of little moves inside and like things that you need to learn going through as a pro. He can just show you in the ring.
Very clever fighter.
Very clever, and like I watched Mash, obviously when I was young, and this was just as a boxing fan. I used to think, bloody, he half looks like an easy win to me from the outset.
Without a doubt, you game with him.
And then you get in and then you start to see, and I know Mash is old now, but he's still fit as fuck. And you can see why certain people really struggle with the style, because he's very awkward and he's very sneaky with the things that he does.
Well,
and clever also.
Mate, he's very, very deceiving. He'd throw one shot and then he'd throw the same shot, but then he'd sit down on it, and you'd accept it because you just accepted the shot before and there was nothing in it. And then when he sat down on it, it was like, oh, hang on, we're expecting that.
Leaning right the way down, and I think like Scotty Cardell was fucking, he boxed all over the world for Great Britain, but you think that you just ping him and jab his head off, but he like brings you down to his tempo of the fight, and then makes
your amateur experience was very similar to Masha's, because he did really well. I think Masha won the developments as well, and I think what the developments do is it says whether you've got the right ingredients to be a good pro. Because you were just saying this is what you've been doing here, you've been learning the boxing side of it, but the fighting side is what you get from the developments. Because I've never watched a boring development fight. They've always been you know what I mean, always been, you know, all out wars. But yes, you need to refine those skills, but it shows whether you've got the natural ingredients, because you've got to be able to take a shot, and you've got to be able to give a shot, and that's what the developments show you, whether you've got the right ingredients to go in this pro game. And obviously Masha did well, and you're doing well, because you get to the finals of the...
Well, I just beat Johnny Boy, one of our mates, Johnny, and I fucking broke my cheekbone when I fought Johnny. It was horrible, to be honest, the worst feeling I've ever had in the boxing ring. Me and Johnny were going to war, and as we banged heads, because they took the head guards off just when I started amateur boxing, they took head guards off. And come back to David Burke, my coach, and I knew straight away in the first round, I broke my cheekbone, you know, because obviously you face it, my face indented. Yeah, it went inside.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it like kicked back. He went, nah, you haven't. So then I just carried on and I won, and then I went back to changing room and I felt the indent in my face. I couldn't tell you what side it was. I'm sure it was left because of leaving.
So was that your last amateur fight then, Johnny Boy?
No, so I think that was the quarters. I beat Johnny, and then I couldn't box in the semis and the final. And on paper, my coach was gutted. He was saying, Paul, he said, Paddy, Johnny was probably the best you was going to fight. You know what it's like in Manchester, Liverpool, as you went around
both fighting towns, aren't they?
Fighting cities, so he said, you probably would have had an easier touch. And I remember seeing Alan Lynch saying, let me fight. I was going, I'll tie it, and he said, you messing you. So then I couldn't box then in the semis, so the final could have won it. Hopefully I would think that I would have that year, because I was stopping everyone on the way back at Johnny, to be honest. And Johnny's went on, he's won his Central area,
against
Rhys Woods, who Owen got beat by recently,
Well, he drew with him.
Sorry,
But yeah, it's like you say, I love this because it's bragging rights, and we don't know who's going to win. But the pressure is on you, because you're 9-0, you're the homeboy, and he's got a lot to gain from this. He's got a real lot to gain.
Not to lose,
and you've got a lot to lose.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't really bother me, any stuff like that.
Do you like that though?
I've never even thought about it like that. I just think, just a man with two arms, two legs, you get in there. I watch a tape of him, I train hard in the gym, Tonksy gets me to where I'll be, says you're fighting him, and then I just focus on him and ignore all that just noise at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, I think obviously because you've competed at a very high level like football, you know what pressure's about, don't you? And you know that if you don't have pressure, you don't perform, do you?
Yeah.
Pressure brings out the best in you.
Exactly. If you go on, I've played in front of a lot of people playing football, and that never ever really tuned me up. It did when I was young, so as if I was a young pro in boxing, it may get the better of you, but because I've done well in football and played, if you let that think about it and the pressure gets you never ever played well, so it just mimics in a different sport.
Do you think this could be one of the best cards you've fought on as well?
Well, to be honest, when I first started, we just mentioned him before, didn't we? Paul Wright, my amateur coach, when I first come in, he was my dad's mate. My dad said, don't show him no love. If he wants to box at 23, he said, I've told him, he's missed the boat, do it for a little bit. He said, but don't be nice to him and don't mollycoddle him. Get him in tough sparring. So I was sparring like Adam Fowler, remember Adam? He said,
yeah, brilliant.
ABA champion.
Yeah. Felix Cash in the final, didn't he?
Yeah, what was the thing? He won the Haringey best boxer tournament. Yeah. The whole world comes to the Haringey. So I used to spar Adam, and fucking hell, he never used to take it lightly, but he used to say, Pad, I didn't know you, so I thought you were fucking well more experienced than... I'd never even had a fight when I used to spar Adam. And...
top man as well, man.
Yeah. What was I going to say then about Paul?
Well, didn't he win the middle area?
He won the middleweight centenary, so I've always said, I'd get that for him. So that would be an eye for next year.
Yeah.
Providing with Steve and Songshi when they say you're ready. But this is Nate
But
Randall.
this is the one that says you come through it the way you hope to come through it. And this says that you are ready for it then.
So, yeah, I can't wait. I think next year is a massive... I can't look past this fight. I've got to beat Owen Kirk first. And then when your name does get mentioned for the centre late, I'm fucking made up, Lee, because I started boxing at 23. Do you get what I mean? From another sport.
Yeah.
And like, to win any titles is a fucking massive achievement in itself. There's lads that have boxed. I think Owen's boxed from when he was 12, and everyone kind of boxes young and they don't get to where I've got to yet, even just 9 wins. And,
exactly, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm made up, but I'm not finished. I've just got to keep going, keep listening to Dave and the coach. I just know by everything he tells me that he's going to sort me out. So with this coaching, I'm going to get to where I want to get to. Do you know what I mean? Just keep listening, keep turning up. Some days you can't be asked, but you're still here.
You know, because I think you're 30 now.
30 this
year. But you're young in boxing terms, like you said.
Well, I haven't been miles on the clock, have I? So,
I mean, there's a good realistic chance you could be looking at, being 36 and still being in the sport.
Well, I just know the discipline of boxing, especially boxing, because I win as disciplined football, as everyone knows. It's just a fantastic lifestyle, Lee, to get up, to train, to diet. What does Customato say? Maybe your body mimics, what your brain's doing. If you're ill-disciplined, and your diet, training and all that, your body shows that. Do you get what I mean? So I just love the lifestyle of it. I think my 2 little brothers, it's great for them to see their older brother. I could just show. I've got a flooring firm nearly that does well.
My wife wants to meet your Shay. Is Shay the oldest of the 2?
No, he's the youngest.
But
to be honest, he was the best boxer as well. He was fucking honest to God. He comes to the end times with Tonks.
I've seen him been in there with
you. Your video, and Lewis was good. Lewis was a southpaw. So Dave always says, fucking hell, your dad give me the short straw, would you? I should have had them 2 as pros. So but one's at Tranmere, one's at Man United, so they're doing well. He just scored for England and assisted just against Norway.
Yeah, and you're very proud of him, aren't you?
Oh, I'm not half,
So I mean, super proud of him. You're their biggest fan.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I go everywhere to watch them. But
do they come and watch you? Because when you fought last weekend, I've seen Shay there.
Shay Lewis was there as well. Yeah, right. Both of them come to. Sometimes Shay's away with England or Man United, but yeah, they're on every fight. They love it.
I'm glad you got him out of a good team.
Well, I know. Well, that was all down to my dad, to be honest. My half fella, I was at Man U as a kid, and I signed for Liverpool, and my half fella was just amazed with how good the coaching at Man U was.
Yeah.
He knows his foot. He was at Liverpool till he was 17 himself, with the whole fucking in the first team. Then what was it? Early 80s. Kenny Dalglish, all them boss side. Yeah. So my half fella was in the U team. Used to get to train with them. Didn't quite make it. So he knows his footy. And then he still had the contact from when I was there.
He boxed as well himself,
Well, he's basically the exact same as me. He got released at 17 at Liverpool and didn't want to go and play for the likes. I think Wigan offered him a contract and he said if I weren't going to play for Liverpool, he's obviously a red, he said I didn't want to play for no one else because he didn't understand football only, whereas you can come back and you can have a good career, but he just thought, if I'm not on that pitch next to me with Graham Souness and Kenny Dalglish, I don't want to play, but that was the best team in the world at the time. There's a lot of them.
No, I like
to
that.
bounce off on the bottom.
I had a mate who boxed with me, and he used to play rugby in Swinton, my hometown. I had quite a good team at the time, and when they wouldn't sign him because he had 3, I think he was like a scrum half because he was only little, and they wouldn't sign him. So he said, that's it, I'm never playing rugby again. And he never played rugby again. Turned to his boxing. Within 18 months, he got in the top 10 of the amateurs. And he beat, well no, he should have beat, but do you remember, what was his name, Gary from Skowski? Because East Lancs, West Lancs used to fight one another. No,
what weight?
Lightweight. He was a good kid. Ended up turning pro, I think he got to about 10-0. But anyway, he just turned his back on rugby and said, I'm never playing again. Turned to boxing within 18 months, like I say. He was a top 10 contender in the amateurs, which is a hard thing to do. I don't think people realise, especially in the Northwest, because the Northwest in them days wasn't really that successful.
Wasn't it? No.
No, not really. No. I mean, obviously we had good kids, but all the major champions were all down south.
Yeah, the Repton.
So excited then?
Yeah, can't wait.
All our work done?
No, tomorrow is the last bit of hard work. Bit of technique today, sparring. I'll probably do 10 rounds, some with Jack and some with my mate Paul, and then that's us done then. Ready and sharpen the tools. I like to stay in the gym all fight week, sharpen the tools.
How would you find out? Because you work, don't you? You know, you have
I have my own business. So one of the lads who work for me, Ryan's brother, Jay, I for me, and he works with me. He's just had a kid, so I've had to be on the tools the last week a bit, but he's back today, so I've made up.
How's your knees then?
Was that sad?
It's not good for him though,
no,
is
it? That's what killed the football, I think.
Yeah.
These knees of mine.
Did you always do, was your dad a carpet layer or something? How did you
so just got released from Bradford, got paid up at Bradford when I was 19. Got like a decent bit of dough and I thought, that's me for a while because I was injured in my half. I just knocked on my door one morning and said, you won't be laying in bed, love, you don't have no lounges around here, you're in the van. So I was like, what? I'm a footballer, aren't I? And then just started teaching me, I went into non-league and then I thought, you know what, this is alright, the wages, this is sound. And then I've been on it over 10, 12 years now.
Listen, good luck for, obviously I've got to be a little bit non-biased, but good luck for Saturday night. Hopefully you pick up win number 10 and go to where you want to go to, which is, like I say, titles, and hopefully that will happen in 2024.
I'd love that, if you made up.
Alright, listen, you take care, mate, and I won't be down there on the night. I'm filming a show on the night, but I'm sure, I think we've got someone going down there, so hopefully they'll get interviews with you afterwards. And if they do, are they going to be saying 10-0 to you?
Yeah, they will, most definitely.
Paddy, take care, mate.
Thanks,
bye.
Man.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.